Now everyone look at here. We are going to discuss the refraction through the spherical surface. This is the object, okay, and this block line is the okay, just like a root surface. This is said to be spherical surface, and this spherical surface from totally this part, this block line, it is the made with the glass. It is its refractive index is nu2, and this is air medium. Okay, this white one, and O is an object. From that, the light ray will started, and this is allowed to incident at point M. From O, the object is there. At O, object is there. From the O, light ray started at here. That is allowed to incident at point M. And here we want to know the angle of incidence. This blue line is the normal drawn at point M. How to draw the normal drawn for a spherical surface? We have spherical surface is a part of sphere, and you make a sphere by using this spherical surface. That sphere center is called as center of curvature. And now this I is called as angle of incidence. R is angle of incidence is the angle between the incident light ray and normal drawn. This red line is the incident light ray, and the blue dotted line is the normal drawn, and this angle is said to be angle of incidence. And after that, the light ray, when it will goes from rarer medium to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. Then it is bending towards the normal, this blue line, and then it is going along this line. It is going in the straight line and reaches the eye point. One more light ray we can take. The one more light ray is going in the straight like this through the principal axis. And when the light ray passes through the principal axis, it cannot bend, it can go in the straight, and it reaches the point I. The two light rays are meeting at the point I. Then at the eye, image will be forms. Okay. Now let us see in this. O is an object here. In this, O is an object. O is an object. I is the image. Then we have to derive the one equation for the spherical surface, general equation for the spherical surface. For that purpose, what we have to do, then we have to apply the Snell's law at here. We are taking this angle at O, the red line is making alpha angle, and at MNC at point C, okay, this is the normal drawn, is making beta angle with the principal axis. This we can take as the principal axis. Okay, this is the principal axis, and this is the spherical surface. Okay, this is the spherical surface. It is in the shape of sphere. It is a part of sphere. Okay, O is an object and I is the image, and object is in air medium, and image is in glass medium we are considering. And now let us go for the Snell's law. Then according to Snell's law, what you know, can you tell what is the Snell's law? According to Snell's law, we write the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium 1 nu2 is equal to, we write as sin I by sin R. I is the angle of incidence. It is the angle between the incident light ray and normal drawn. This red color line and blue color line. Red is the incident light ray and blue is the normal drawn. Angle between them is angle of incidence, and this red line is a refracted light ray that enters into the glass, and this blue line is the normal drawn. This blue color we wrote R, that is the angle of refraction. 1 nu2 is what? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, but we have the formula for the 1 nu2, that is nu2 by nu1. Okay, we know that 1 nu2 we write as what? We write 1 nu2, you tell me. Nu2 by nu1 we write. And one more point we write, if I and R are small, if I and R are small, if they are small, we can write sin I as I only, and sin R as R only. Then when you will write them, then in above equation what happens? 1 nu2 become nu2 by nu1, and sin I we write as I, and sin R we write as R. Then cross multiplication we have to do. Then nu1 into I is equal, we will get as nu2 into R, that we write. Okay, where I is the angle of incidence, R is the angle of refraction. And here, but from the figure we write one thing, that is from figure what we know here, that is there is a mathematics formula is there, that is I is the, you take one triangle OMN, from triangle OMN, okay, this is a triangle, in that interior, no, not OMN, it is, we can take as OMC, okay, we will take OMC, this is OMC, okay, it is a triangle. In that we know that, you see here, internal angles are alpha and beta, but external angle is I. Then from the mathematics we know that external angle equal to sum of internal opposite internal angles, right? This is external angle OMC. OMC you see in the triangle, okay. From that external angle is I, blue color one, this is alpha plus sum of internal angle is alpha plus beta we write. And one more is that, one more triangle that we take as, from triangle you take this one, MCI, okay, MCI, you see the diagram properly, that is MCI is a triangle. From the triangle also we have to apply the same formula, that is external angle equal to sum of internal angles. For this, external angle is what at here, then you see here beta is an external angle in MNC triangle, MCI triangle. Beta is external angle, R and gamma are the internal angles. Then we write, what do we write? Can you tell anyone? Aditi? Aditi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What do you write according to that formula? Yes, you take MCI triangle. In that internal opposite angles are R and gamma, and external angle is beta. Then external angle is equal to sum of internal opposite angles. You see MCI triangle in the figure, right? This is M, this is C, and this is I. Okay, in sum of internal angles is R plus gamma. Is it okay? Is it
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Yes, sir. Right. R is equal to what you will get from this? Beta minus gamma. You see here in equation 1 we require I and R. I and R we wrote from the figure. Okay, you listen very carefully because this is very important for the 5 marks. And if you not understood any step, immediately you can ask me. And new one into I. Okay, this I and alpha are substituted, I and R are substituted in above equation. Then from the equation 1 we write here new 1 into I is what? I is the alpha plus beta, and R we write as new 2 into R we write as beta minus gamma. But when alpha, beta, gamma values are small, then alpha we write as the tan alpha and beta we write as the tan beta. That means because tan alpha equal to alpha, tan beta equal to beta we write. That is when we write them, if they are very small, we can write like that. Tan beta minus tan gamma we write. But what is tan alpha from the figure? Okay, we have to take from figure, that is there are so many triangles are there in the figure, that is right angle triangle OMN we take. From that right angle triangle OMN, from this we write tan alpha is equal, what we write, opposite side by adjacent side we write. What is opposite side? MN. What is adjacent side? Right, ON. Okay, if you are unable to write these all things, you can tell me here how you wrote, like that you can ask me. And then tan beta, what we write here, oh, we can go for another triangle, right? For tan beta we have to go for another triangle, right? And for tan gamma we have to go for some more other triangle. You take triangle MNC. MNC, it is also right angle triangle. From the tan beta we write. What we write tan beta? Tan beta we write as opposite side by MN by adjacent side NC we write. NC we write. Okay, and one more triangle we have to take. Tan gamma also required. From triangle, right angle triangle, we have to search MNI you see here. Then tan gamma, what we write? Tan gamma equal to opposite side, again Mn, and by adjacent side, right? That is Ni. Ni we write. Okay, Mn by Ni we write. These all things we substitute in above equation. Okay, then what you will get? Now I am going to rub this, and you take a screenshot and note it. I am going to rub, and this diagram is also important for us. In the diagram you see the object distance is OP, right? This is the object distance, and the image distance, the from the pole to object distance is U, object distance, and pole to image is the image distance. Okay, and pole to center of curvature distance is called as the radius of curvature, and this is the radius of curvature distance, right? Like this. Okay, and now you must remember the diagram for the continuation, but I will rub it now. I am going to explain the continuation, right? I am pasting the diagram right here. I copied that one, and you see this. Now I am going to continue that one. We have to substitute that all things in above equation. What we got here, nu 1 into tan alpha plus tan beta. Na? Can you tell that equation? I am also not remember. Nu 1 into I we wrote as alpha plus beta. That is tan alpha plus tan beta. What is tan alpha? I wrote, we have to substitute all the things, tan alpha, tan beta, tan gamma in above equation. Then that is nu 1 into I, but I is alpha plus beta. Then tan alpha plus tan beta. What we wrote tan alpha? Tan alpha we wrote as by, right?
And
Mn by On plus tan beta. What is tan beta? Tan beta will be Mn by Nc is equal to nu 2 into R. Nu 1 I equal to nu 2 R. Nu 1 I is alpha plus beta. Nu 2 R is beta minus gamma. R is what? R is tan beta minus tan gamma, right? Tan beta minus tan gamma is what? Mn, tan beta is Mn by O.
On.
Tan beta is
I
Mn by tan beta minus tan gamma. We know that in the figure, angle is beta, beta is equal to R plus gamma we wrote. Then from that R is equal to beta minus gamma we wrote. And here tan beta minus tan gamma we will get nu 2 R here. We have the formula nu 1 I equal to nu 2 R. That nu 1 I is alpha plus beta, and nu 2 R is R we wrote as beta minus gamma, and tan beta minus tan gamma here. Next, nu 1 into tan alpha plus tan beta is equal to nu 2 into tan beta minus tan gamma. This is the derivation. Okay, last step. In this we have to substitute. Tan beta is what? Tan beta from this triangle we have to take, right angle triangle. That is Mn by Nc. Nc minus tan gamma. Tan gamma is what from the figure? Mn by Ni we have to write, right? Okay, this is the thing that we will get from above step. And Mn we can common and cancel, and we can multiply with the new one. Then we will get a new one by On plus nu1 by nc is equal to nu2 by nc minus nu2 by ni. Have you got any doubt in this? Mn is common and cancel. I multiplied with nu1 on the left side and multiplied with nu2 on right side. This I got it here. But from figure, some more thing we have to write. What we write from figure? From figure we write that is ON. ON is what from the figure? ON is the nearly we can equate to OP, right? ON nearly equal to OP. You see the figure, right? ON is what? ON is nearly equal to OP, is it right? But OP, you know, OP is the distance of object from the pole. That OP we write as U2, but according to sign conventions we have to use. Then according to sign conventions we have to write minus U because pole left side distance is negative and right side distance are positive. We have to take. Then from the pole all the distances should be measured. That's why U is taken as minus U, and then NC is what? NC is the distance of C, center of curvature from N. This is nearly equal to PC, we write. Then distance of center of curvature from pole is the radius of curvature, that is the right side, that's why plus R we have to write. And the next we write here Ni we have ON, NC we have, Ni also we have. Ni from the figure we write Ni we write as nearly Pi, it is equal to Pi. We know Pi, what is Pi? Distance of image from the pole is the Pi, that is equal to image distance. Image distance is plus V because it is right side of the pole, and these all things we substitute in above equation, then we will get a new 1 by ON. ON is minus U plus nu2 nu1 by nc is what? R is equal to nu2 by nc. Nc is the R again minus nu2 by ni. Ni is V. Okay, right. Now what we have to do? We have to take this nu2 by V left side and nu1 by R right side. Then what you will get? Let us go for the next step. Before that I will rub the right side whatever that is there. Okay, this is useless, and just for the recapitulation I wrote here. Okay, and now yes, now let us start, let us continue. And the next step is what you will get? Minus nu1 by u plus nu2 by V. On the right side already nu2 by R is there, and we are taking the nu1 by R also right side minus nu1 by R. Then finally we will get one equation, that is minus nu1 by U plus nu2 by V is equal to nu2 minus nu1 by R we will get. And this is most important equation. This is the general equation of refraction through spherical surface. Okay, this is the general equation of refraction through spherical surface. This is the general equation for refraction through spherical surface. When refraction occurs through the spherical surface, we have to use this general equation. Refraction through spherical surface. This derivation they will ask for the 5 marks. Okay, and now in this what are the terms? U is the object distance, is it right? From where to where we have to measure the object distance? Can anyone tell? Can anyone tell from where to where we have to measure the object distance?
From object to pole.
Right, it is the distance of object from the pole, and V is the image distance. From where to where the distance is said to be image?
Image to pole.
Image to pole. And R is what? R is the radius of curvature of the spherical surface. Radius of curvature from where to where it is distance? It is the distance of center of curvature from pole. Every distance is measured from the pole according to sign convention. According to sign convention, right? Plus minus we have to consider. All the distances right side of the pole are the positive, left side of the pole are negative. Okay, any other terms are there? What is new one in this? New one is the first medium refractive index. Refractive index of first medium. And what is the new 2? New 2 is the refractive index of second medium. New 2 is what? New 2 is the refractive index of second medium. Second medium. Okay, right. And now this is the explanation. Any other terms are there in this? Okay. And one more important point is that this we derived for only convex spherical surface, but it is also applied for other spherical surface also, for all surfaces. Okay, and the above equation is applied for in all cases. Okay, and general equation for the refraction through the spherical surface, equation 2 is applied for all spherical surfaces. All spherical surfaces by using sign convention rule. But you have to use the sign convention rule. Okay, you have to use the sign convention rule. That's all. This is the derivation. And one more point I am going to explain, that is the magnification of the spherical surface. How to find out the magnification in the spherical surface? I am going to rub it. Then I will say now I am going to explain the magnification or the magnifying power. Okay, and this is the spherical surface. Its refractive index already I said it is nu 2. This is totally other medium. And here this is the spherical surface, midpoint is said to be pole, and this spherical surface is a part of circle. This is sphere. This sphere is a part of spherical surface. And then by using that spherical surface, if we form the sphere, then we will get center of curvature, right? This is considered the center of curvature. The line passing through the center of curvature and pole is called as principal axis. The line passing through the center of curvature and pole is called as principal axis. For example, this is the center of curvature. Okay, and here this is the principal axis. This line is the principal axis. Principal axis we know already. Okay, and this distance, for example, I will take one light ray, one object at here. This is considered as the one object. Okay, object is OJ. OJ is an object. We will take the two light rays from the object. One light ray is made to pass through the center of curvature. Okay, I will take the two light rays. One light ray I will take in such a way that it passes through center of curvature. When light ray passes through the center of curvature, it cannot bend. It can go in straight. And one more light ray I will take that it is incident at the pole. It incident at the pole. Incident at the pole. It will bend and meet the it will be refracts. It cannot go in the straight line. It will, OJ is an object and IG is the image. One letter we have to take, it is passes through the center of curvature, and it should not be bent. It should go in straight. The letter which passes through the center of curvature, it cannot bend. It will go in straight. From here to here, it should be a straight line. But in the diagram, it is not appearing like straight line. It should be a straight line. The line passing through the center of curvature, it should not deviate. Because actually what happens, this will be incident along the normal. Along the normal, if this is only normal, the line joining the center of curvature and the point on the spherical surface is the angle of incidence. When angle of incidence is 0, angle of refraction 0, light should be travel in the straight line. And then here I want the, this is the angle of incidence, incident light ray and normal run. How it will be normal run? The line joining the center of curvature and the pole point on the spherical surface. It is said to be normal run. This black line is a normal run. This is a normal, and that is only incident light ray. That is only principal axis. Okay, and then here we know according to Snell's law. What we know according to Snell's law? Yes, that is nu is equal to 1 nu 2 is equal to, we write as sin I by sin r. But when I and r are small, we write 1 nu 2 we write as nu 2 by nu 1, and here I r we write as I r, like this. Sin I we can write as I, sin r we can write as r, and in the cross multiplication we will get as nu 1 I is equal to nu 2 into r we will get. When I and r are small, then we write nu I we write as tan I, and r we write as tan r, and from the figure tan r we write tan I we write. What is tan I from the figure? You take the triangle from the triangles. Otherwise I will take the triangle, but triangle OJP. From the triangle OJP, tan I what we write? Tan I is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. OJ by we write as OP. Okay. And tan, from one more triangle we have to take, that is the triangle PIGP. IGP. From the triangle tan R we write. Tan R is equal to, we write as opposite side. What is opposite side? IG by adjacent side. Adjacent side is PI. Okay, this we substitute. And we substitute these conditions in above equation. The new one into tan I is what? Tan I is the OJ by OP, and then nu 2 into nu 2 into tan R is what here P. Okay, this is considered as equation 3. Okay, and the tan R is the IG by PI we write. Now substitute all values at here. OJ is what? OJ is the object height, but according to sign convention we write. According to sign convention. According to sign convention, we write all values above the principal axis. Height we can take as plus. OJ is plus h1 object height, and IG is the image height below the principal axis, minus h2, and OP is what? OP is the object distance, right? That we take as u. OP is the u, and PI is the image distance. We take it as V, and OP is the left side, minus U. PI is the right side, plus V. Now substitute all values in this equation. Then we will get new one into OJ is what at here? OJ is H1 by OP is what? Minus U is equal to nu 2 into, we write IG. IG is minus H2 by Pi is V. Now here minus on both sides it will be there, and that will be cancel. This minus and this minus will cancel, and in the next step we will get like this. I want to find out H2 by H1 from this. H2 by H1 I want to find out. Then for that, what you will get here, H2 by H1, if you will find out from this equation, and H2 by H1 we will get as H2 by H1 we will get as, can you tell, nu1 by nu2 into V by U. Is it V by U? Is it correct? V by U. Okay.
So U by V.
H2 by H1 I want to find out. V by U only you
Yes,
will
sir.
get once you see.
Yes, sir.
And this is equation 4. And but H2 by H1 is the height of image by height of object. That is called as a magnification. Right, and the next continuation, only one step it is there. And I will close today's topic. And right, magnification or the magnifying power formula will be there. That magnification formula is m is equal to h2 by h1, height of image by height of object. But h2 by h1, what you got it here, nu1 by nu2 into v by u. This is the formula for the magnifying power of magnifying power for refraction through spherical surface. This is the derivation. What is general formula for the magnifying power? The general formula for the magnifying power is, general formula for the magnifying power is height of image by height of object. But height of image by height of object, h2 by h1 here. h2 by h1. Okay, you see here h1, this one, h2 by h1. And h2 by h1, what you got here? h2 by h1 you got as, from the equation 4, nu1 by nu2 into v by u. That is the final formula. And today's topic is very, very important, and you have to practice properly. And the diagram, you refer the book, and or otherwise just you remember that, oh, this the light ray which is traveling towards the center of curvature, it should be straight line. With scale you have to draw, but this will be bends. This is the incident light ray, right? The light ray which is incidenting at the pole, it will bend and it will reaches the G. You have to join a straight line from P to G and a straight line from O to J. That these are different straight lines. But from the light ray which is passes through the center of curvature in the figure, it should be one straight line. You have to join the JCG in the figure with one straight line. Okay, if you should remember. And today's class is completed. Okay.